way they can go write stuff on the board and we don't have to. Ha 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 ha. Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah. Now, I don't want to push the FI practice to try to squeeze it in a time that's make do. I don't think it gives it the thing it does. And plus, you'll have an opportunity to look this over in reference to the lesson that you've just done and pick the moments when Zoran went off script. That's okay. I did. I actually went off script. I went, oh, shit. Hours spent writing this and I went off script. Yes, again, damn right it happens. Oh, no. I went off script because I was internally having a conversation with myself about what the next meta comment was going to be. And so I went off script. I just, instead of both arms being down here, I asked you to put an arm up there, and that was not supposed to be. So, yeah. Now, anyway, it's good to do these true confessions. It's good for one's soul, they say. Anyway. I've never found that actually, but that's okay. At the beginning of the lesson, I said that one of your assignments, your assignment would be, at what moments in the lesson would you like someone, if there was someone around that you could ask, could you come and put your hands on me and show me something, do something, just help or facilitate or whatever nice words come to mind? Yeah. Were there any moments? Yeah? Okay. So the whiteboard is clear. So if you could say what that moment was and what you wanted at that moment in such a way that you could write it up on the board, that would be great. So that at the end we could have a whiteboard full of stuff that you can refer to tomorrow as a reference for yourself when you're doing the hands-on practice. Should I or shouldn't I put my hands on? Just in case you need an external authority. Yeah. So, when did you feel you wanted a loving hand? Yeah. Was that? That was. You can see I'm ready to fire. Okay. Yep. Philip. She was just doing the movement. Well, just say it, and then someone else, if you say it, someone else might be able to write it, but it's not going to be Lisa and it's not going to be me.
Oh, you need a third hand. Well, I was thinking the little wheels might be a useful way of writing it. So it's that moment where you go, okay, I'm actually rolling and I'm not pushing and pulling. At that moment.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot of wheels. It's a cog. It's a coggy thing. You know, hang on. All right.
Good. No. Let's talk it through, because that's exactly what does she mean by that? Philippa's trying to communicate something. What does she mean by that? Yep. Ah, yeah. Yep.
So you realize you're doing
yeah.
that. Does that make sense?
Yep. You've just gone on to 3/4 view.
That's my head's. This is my head's here.
Yeah.
And then you've gone like that.
Yeah.
With the foot. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's the other hip socket. And you've done this.
Uh-huh.
But really what you need to be doing is this.
Yes. Yep. I get it. You get it? Yeah, we get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. No, there was no why. Because you wanted clarity about that. Yep. Yep. Hey, I'm an art schmuck. I think it's wonderful, right?
No, what I'm asking is, are you saying that the foot's supposed to be going up and down, or the knees going up and down, or the hips going up and down?
Do it on the floor.
I want to grab a pelvis, I'll grab a leg.
Do it on the floor in a bit of an exaggerated.
So clearly Philippa is talking about the left leg because she's drawn the left leg every time.
Yeah.
Can you see it? It's not the right leg. And look, she's
Oh,
even put up
yeah,
the
yeah.
left leg.
Oh, the left leg.
Yeah, the left leg.
Where's the left leg?
Oh, right leg. My dyslexic left leg. Okay. No, just one, just the one. Oh, no, two will do. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh, sorry, that was.
Great. Great.
It's the pushing up through.
Yeah.
That.
Yep.
And I agree, that's the point at which you need hands.
There you go. Right. Yep. Yep. You'd be up there. Yeah, yeah. Ah, good. Good. Yeah. Yeah. So Philippa, come and have a look here. So could you verbally direct us to doing what you were doing in the lesson that you found kerfuddling? This one's down. Done. Yep. Yep.
Then, instead of continuing to do this,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
push down.
Yeah.
Well, it's like you're not going down.
It's a really complex movement. So yeah, that would be an excellent time to have someone's hands there because the words are insufficient.
I couldn't find that. I couldn't get my, I couldn't connect the ribs, and then I couldn't get my head to.
Yep.
Yep, let alone drive through my hand.
Yep. And that's why some of you then reverted to using this leg. Yeah? Because then I introduced the constraint. No, don't use that leg. Yeah? Because it comes pretty quickly with this leg. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah?
So that clarification on the hip and the femur joint would be really helpful. So it's really the facing a hand which gives you some feedback on that the head has been raised. That moment when you close it, I felt like here.
Right, right. So that would be higher up along this area here. Yeah. What prompted that? Sorry, I know that's a question, but was there something that you were experiencing there that said, yes, if I just had a hand there, would it be a supporting hand? Would it be a leading hand? Would it be an illuminating hand? What kind of hand would you want there? You wanted a supporting hand and a supporting and leading hand. Okay. So notice 4 different types of hands there. Support, leading, listen. I didn't say listening, but I'll put that one in. A listening hand. Huh? Illuminating hand, yes. List. No, just list those 4 things. You need a hand for realization. Oh, great. Pickies. Nice. I'd never do that, you see. That's the advantage when other people do stuff on the board. I get to see things. Supporting, illuminating, listening, guiding, leading, guiding. Well, we've got expressions in the English language for that. Yes, we have a helping hand. Yeah.
Guiding hand.
That's an illuminating hand by the look of it. Oh, that's a seeing hand. Yes. Oh, and the illuminating hand's the underneath one with the radiation. Yeah. Yep, good. Boy things. And that's a guiding hand with a compass in it, is it? Yeah. Directional. You could have a directing. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You can have a supportive hand. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
Fondling hands.
Supporting. Yeah. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Now, you might think of more things that hands do, but that's okay for a beginning list. So other moments in the lesson that you felt, oh yeah, right now I would really like someone's hand on me for whatever purpose it might. Yep.
Chelsea.
Thank you, Philippa.
There's quite a few, but maybe like the
great
guidance and timing of your head.
Guidance. Oh, okay, great. Yep.
Yeah.
Guidance for the timing of your head.
Yeah. Yep. I just want to write it.
You can draw. Oh. Oh, yeah. Clocks. Nice. No, clocks are great. I like it. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. A lot of different possibilities in that clock. It's not just the, that's cool. Yeah. Which is direction, orientation. Yep. Fantastic. It's a clock. Yeah, but there's something missing there, Philip, for timing for you. There's something missing. Yep. Yeah. It's a movement through space. Yeah. Yeah. Other things? Uh-huh. Oh, good. Showing's good. Uh-huh. Yep. Where is that place of the knee? Where is the knee? Full stop. Where is it? Yeah, I lose track of my bits in lessons. That's actually something that I don't hear very often in awareness through movement lessons, and yet Feldenkrais often referred to it. We've got the idea of self-image. So you're taught this is a self. So in the action, this as a part of your self-image goes, huh? Yeah. You actually lose. He called it. You lose your self-concept. You kind of evaporate. You stop being mindful. It's no longer present to you. It just disappears. And that very often happens at moments of difficulty. When we encounter difficulty, we seem to kind of like dissolve in the difficulty. Yeah, like I momentarily disappear and then I reappear when the difficulty is over. And so those things that you and I know how to do well, we have a really robust self-image. Those things that are not so well, or when we get into difficulty, the self-image kind of gets a little bit twinkly, twinkle, twinkle, and then this star drops out. This star drops out. Yeah.
I have this experience with students that when they get to a certain point in their learning, and then they get into a sort of a confused state, a state wherein they just feel as though they just don't know what's going on, and I tell them to, at that point, just to keep going gently and just keep, and then all of a sudden they change. Phew, big change. But in that point, is that what you're talking about?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, good, okay.
Yep. That's exactly. So then a helping hand, that's an illuminating hand, yes? That's a hand that's just not interfering. It's just a hand that's there, and you've done this. You've all done it, right? You just go for a surf. And the fact that your hand is there gives the twinkly, twinkly part, puts it back into awareness. You actually don't have to do anything apart from organize yourself really well to follow. So that's a very particular kind of handling. You are influencing, but you're not overtly influencing. I'm not trying to make anything happen. It's just you're becoming illuminated for yourself.
I don't know about anybody else's hand, but certainly some ideas were useful. So when you, right at the end, you were talking about, can you do it with better quality, less
Yes.
effort, and so on. And at that point, I started scanning my body differently.
Mm.
And so what I noticed there, the most helpful thing for me was actually to start thinking about the heel, because the whole point of the thing was the purchase of the heel,
Mm-hmm.
and using the heel to initiate the movement. And the heel's quite large. There's quite a few bits of the heel that can get the purchase.
Mm.
And so I started to go, oh, actually, if I muck around with the purchase of the heel, where on the heel I'm doing this movement from, initiating this movement from,
Yeah.
that had huge impacts on the quality.
Yeah.
And so
Great.
that was the most useful thing for me, was just alerting
Mm-hmm.
to scan the body differently.
Yep.
Than just scanning for the movement.
Yep. And so if you were to ask me, can you do that with your hands? That will be a series of explorations about, I don't know, let's find out where I can use the least amount of juice to get the most amount of oomph.
Mm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Same process. I don't necessarily come in knowing, actually. I don't know until through our contact together, if we're using hands-on, I get a sense of me not having to do very much, which means if I'm not doing very much, it must be kind of moving quite nicely through you. Yeah.
I found that when you were talking about increasing the quality,
Yeah.
every now and again I noticed, oh, this is actually getting really hard. And so I scanned for why is it getting hard? And it was because my pelvis was rolling back onto the back all the time. And so I felt, oh, if I had a reminder there every now and again to stay rolled onto that side of the pelvis and not go back onto the back, it would be really helpful.
That's nice. That's nice. You know, and you know, depending on whether you encountered Lisa or I on an energetic day or on a day that you've seen a couple of clients, that constancy that you're talking about, that, how do you know whether your pelvis is rolling back? Well, you feel something in your musculature, or else something is there that you bump into. That could be Lisa's hand, my hand, or a roller. Yeah, an object could be there that gives you a sense of, oh, wait a minute, I'm rolling back. So then you bump the roller all the way up, and as soon as you feel yourself pressing into the roller, so a roller can be a substitute hand, a substitute surface. Yep, I saw a couple of hands going. Not much writing on the wall, but that's okay.
This is back to, I'm going to draw.
Oh, wonderful.
I've been trying to think about how to make this.
Oh, nice. That's great. Yeah. There it is. See? You're doing whole foot. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So asymmetrical arm, yep.
That's important. If we do a
foot
heel on the outside, then we can.
Mm-hmm.
If you do it on the inside.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm.
But it's sort of interesting, because if you are looking forward at the heel, depending on how you are directing, like where you're putting your contact, will change direction.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Yep. 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 So I'm gonna risk this, but can you see that a certain theme might become so prominent that the whole lesson becomes around that theme? Yeah. So this is where you see it looks tangential, and it kind of is in terms of the overall structure, but you certainly did enough of this with Jeff, you know, this whole business of the sub-talar area and how much motion there is in these joints, and how to create, don't do it, and how to create that aspect of not too much gliding, but not too much fixing, not too much rolling, but not too much fixing. That can be a whole lesson in itself, right? Yeah, just yeah. So the choices that you make tomorrow, when you've experienced the script, you'll go through the script, but the choices that you make and what you focus on might intentionally go off script eventually. I'd invite you not necessarily to do it tomorrow, see if you can go through the script, but know that at any point, this could be a branch off point for another direction in the FI. I think this is what we encounter in our practice, yes? People come in, you start to think, oh, I got a great idea for this, sometimes. And you find yourself doing something else. Is there something else? Something else? Something else? All of you are fine with your, didn't need a helping hand, an illuminating hand, a supporting hand. You are handling yourself well. Oh man, I know, but you know, I like my puns. Okay.
I see that there's other issues. I mean, this is when to put your hands on to show someone what they're doing, but
there's more to that. You're not just showing someone what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, just, yeah, the seeing, the listening, the illuminating, directing. It's not just showing someone what they're doing.
But there's going to be times when people don't want to be touched.
Yeah.
And that's when your choice of how and when and why, it's going to be a little bit, you're going to have to think about it a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. So tomorrow, when we go through this this script, so to speak, remember all those myths about functional integration? So we will practice this on the table, and it'll be a table lesson or a floor lesson that starts off as an ATM. And you can decide between yourselves, are you going to leave it open for conversation to and fro between each other so that the person can ask you, oh, I'd really like a hand here? Or will you not leave it that? Do you want to construct a scenario where it's all silent so that you can watch and observe and you can make a choice and then you can ask for feedback? Yeah? So the way you set it up tomorrow, it's up to you. So the script's here, you're going through the script. You set it up how you'd like it to be. Interactive, non-interactive. A little bit of, hey, ATM, and I really just want to get my hands on them. But you can have your hands on them with a very particular set of directions, and they might go, yes, I'm willing to follow, like in tango, or they go, no. And then if they go, no, then that's when the cooking starts. Yeah. So we'll start that off first thing tomorrow. Okay. You'll be fresh. All right. FI time. I think 3 people are scheduled. Which 3 people have we got? Which 3 people have we got? I don't know. We're looking up now.